From Islamabad tonight, Dr Shabana Fayyaz, defense and security expert, and Barrister Zahid Saeed. Professor Sajid Mir, Chairperson of the Standing Committee on Kashmir Affairs and Gilgit-Baltistan, on the bottom left of your screen, is joining us live from Islamabad. Air Vice Marshal Abid Rao, defense analyst on the rigging of the elections in Pakistan-occupied Kashmir, joins us live from Karachi. From Washington tonight, Ahmar Mustikhan, journalist and defender of the human rights of the people of Baloch, is joining us, and Sushant Sareen, senior fellow of the Vivekananda International Foundation, Dr Seshadri Chari, member of the National Executive and Convenor of the Foreign Affairs Cell of the Bharatiya Janata Party, and my friend and colleague Maroof Raza, consulting editor, Strategic Affairs, India's most trusted voice on strategic affairs, starting the debate, coming back on Newshour after a few days break. Maroof, I'd like to start with you, and I'd like to start with any other panelists from Islamabad. Let's start with Barrister Zahid Saeed or Professor Sajid Mir. My first question is to Maroof, and before that, to Professor Sajid Mir. Professor Sajid Mir, ये जो पाकिस्तान ऑक्यूपाइड कश्मीर में जो आप लोग जुल्म कर रहे हैं लोगों पर, ये जिस तरह से रिगिंग हुई, रिगिंग होती भी है तो कोई तरीके से लोग करते हैं, जैसे आपने तरीके से करने की कोशिश की थी 2013 में। इस बार तो कोई तरीका भी नहीं है, ओपन रिगिंग हो चुकी है। मुजफ्फराबाद में, नीलम वैली में रिपोर्ट्स आ रहे हैं कि किसी को वोट देने का मौका नहीं मिला। इस वक्त मुजफ्फराबाद में, कोटली में, चिनारी में, मीरपुर में मास प्रोटेस्ट हो रहे हैं। मुस्लिम कॉन्फ्रेंस के एक्टिविस्ट, उनको ओपनली मारा गया है PMLN सपोर्टर्स ने। रूलिंग पार्टी के लोग राइवल्स को मार रहे हैं। लोगों को पोलिंग बूथ तक जाने अलाउ नहीं किया जाता। ये रिगिंग है, ये इलेक्टोरल फ्रॉड है। अगर आप असली वोट तो करते तो लोग कहते हैं कि वी डोंट इवन वांट टू बी इन पार्ट ऑफ पाकिस्तान, यू इलीगल ऑक्युपाइड पाकिस्तान ऑक्युपाइड कश्मीर। बट प्रोफेसर साजिद मीर, आपने ऐसा क्यों होने दिया? आप है चेयरपर्सन स्टैंडिंग कमेटी ऑन कश्मीर अफेयर्स एंड गिलगिट बाल्टिस्तान के। आपकी कोई लीगल या कॉन्स्टिट्यूशनल वैलिडिटी नहीं है, मगर आपने ऐसा क्यों होने दिया?
सुनेंगे जरा सब्र के साथ।
जी जी, मैं सुन रहा हूं, मगर बात तो आप सुन ले मेरी बात, उसके बाद आप जरूर कहिए।
दरमियान में जी, don't try to cut in, please.
No, I'm just reading out the facts, sir. Yeah.
You have started from wrong presumptions, baseless presumptions, and आपके ज़हन में, दिल में, दिमाग में तासुब भरा हुआ है। आप प्रेजुडिस्ड हैं। आपने पहले ही फैसला कर लिया है कि इलेक्शन रिग्ड है। आपने पहले ही फैसला कर लिया है कि वो लोगों को वोट करने का
आप ऐसा क्यों कह रहे हैं? प्रोफेसर साजिद मीर, मेरे को पर्सनली अटैक करके आपको क्या फायदा होगा?
Don't try to speak when I am speaking, please.
Sir, but why are you personally attacking me? I'm only putting facts.
मुझे कोई शौक नहीं है इस चैनल पे आने का। बात सुनो, कोई शौक नहीं मुझे चैनल पे आने का।
अरे समझाइए लोगों
से। अपने जो कुछ मकबूजा कश्मीर में, इंडियन हेल्ड कश्मीर में हो रहा है, उस पर इस तरह आप पर्दा नहीं डाल सकते।
आपको मैं जो पूछ रहा हूं,
कोशिश कर रहे हैं पर्दा डालने की।
प्रोफेसर साजिद मीर, आज देखिए प्रोफेसर साजिद मीर, मैं आप पे, देखिए साजिद मीर जी,
पीपल्स पार्टी अफेक्टेड है, PTI अफेक्टेड है, वो आएंगे सड़कों पे, लेकिन कितनी तादाद में आए हैं? कहां आए?
अरे भाई, सब जगह आए हैं, आपके सब जगह आए हैं। पाकिस्तान ऑक्युपाइड कश्मीर में।
डोंट ट्राई टू कट इन।
सर मेरी बात सुनिए, डिबेट प्रोग्राम है।
हम उसी से मकबूजा
आप बेवजह गुस्सा हो रहे हैं।
आप कर रहे हैं रोजाना की बेस पे और अरसे से चल रहा है। वानी की शहादत के बाद से रोजाना चल रहा है।
आप मेरी बात सुनिए,
पैमाने पर चल रहा है।
साजिद मीर सुनिए, साजिद मीर देखिए, साजिद मीर, पाकिस्तान ह्यूमन राइट्स कमीशन जो है, पाकिस्तान ह्यूमन राइट्स कमीशन जो है, एक मिनट, आप मुझे आज ये बताइए, आप ये बताइए मुझे, आप ये बताइए। देखिए प्रोफेसर मीर,
क्या तरीका,
आप बुजुर्ग हैं, आपसे मैं, आप मेरी बात सुनिए, आप बेवजह गुस्सा हो रहे हैं। जो सच्चाई है मैं आपके सामने रख रहा हूं।
इस पैमाने पे रिगिंग हो और दुनिया को पता ना चले। ये 2013 में साइंटिफिक और बड़ी,
अच्छा आप नाराज मत होइए,
रिगिंग भी ठीक था,
आप नाराज मत होइए। पहली बात है प्रोफेसर मीर,
और बिल्कुल प्रोफेसर मीर, ऐसी बात नहीं है।
प्रोफेसर मीर मेरी बात सुनिए,
बेसलेस प्रिजम्पशन से जो बात शुरू होगी,
प्रोफेसर मीर मेरी बात सुनिए, एक मिनट मारूफ, मेरी अभी आपने कहा, अब आप मेरी बात सुनिए। देखिए प्रोफेसर साजिद मीर, आप सीनियर आदमी हैं, आप बोल रहे थे, आपको मैंने इंटरप्ट नहीं किया, मगर अब मैं बोलूंगा, आप मेरी बात तो सुन लीजिए। देखिए प्रोफेसर साजिद मीर, हम ये प्रोग्राम जो सुनिए,
आप नहीं सुनेंगे,
अब सुनिए, अब मैंने आपकी बात सुनी, आप जरा तसल्ली से मेरी बात सुन लीजिए। 2 मिनट। देखिए प्रोफेसर साजिद मीर, आपने मुझे अटैक किया, मैंने कुछ नहीं कहा। मुझे कोई पर्सनली अटैक करे, कहीं पे भी अटैक करे, पाकिस्तान से अटैक करे, इंडिया से अटैक करे, उससे मुझे कोई मतलब नहीं है।
आपकी बातें गलत हैं।
मुझे देखिए
इस किस्म के रिमार्क्स देंगे तो मैं बोलूंगा।
देखिए प्रोफेसर साजिद मीर, मेरी बात सुनिए। आज प्रोफेसर साजिद मीर मुझे अटैक करे, हफीज सईद मुझे अटैक करे, या हफीज सईद के समर्थक मुझे अटैक करे, उससे मुझे कोई फर्क नहीं पड़ता। मैं ये कह रहा हूं कि पाकिस्तान की जो खुद की ह्यूमन राइट्स कमीशन है, पाकिस्तान की जो खुद की ह्यूमन राइट्स कमीशन है, पाकिस्तान ह्यूमन राइट कमीशन हैज कम आउट एंड कंफर्म्ड that the election was ridden with corrupt practices and there was a strong possibility of money exchanging hands and the use of money power. Sir, please understand, there is no shadow of doubt that the election was a futile exercise. Politicians from your own country.
Every shadow of doubt. There is no proof for rigging. ये सब इल्जामात हैं, सब बेसलेस बातें हैं। अगर आप फलां कमीशन
तारिक फतह हंस रहे हैं
करते हैं तो इंडिया से लेकर पाकिस्तान तक और पाकिस्तान से लेकर दुनिया तक कितने कमीशन है जिन्होंने मकबूजा कश्मीर के इंडियन हेल्ड कश्मीर के हालात पे बात किया है,
से देखिए के हालात पे बात की है। देखिए बिलावल भुट्टो जो है उन्होंने कहा इतनी लार्ज स्केल रिगिंग हुई है इस बार पाकिस्तान ऑक्यूपाइड कश्मीर के कि इसकी कोई क्रेडिबिलिटी नहीं है।
बिलावल भुट्टो की बात वो पार्टी हैं, वो इलेक्शन हारे हैं, गवर्नमेंट में होने के बावजूद हारे हैं, उनकी बात कैसे ऑथेंटिक हो गई, उनकी बात कैसे हो गई?
अच्छा तो बैरिस्टर, अच्छा सुनिए, अच्छा जो लोग आपको कहे, आपको क्वेश्चन करे, आप उनको झूठे बोलेंगे। बैरिस्टर सुल्तान मोहम्मद चौधरी का नाम आपने सुना होगा, वो फॉर्मर PoK के प्राइम मिनिस्टर हैं।
वही बात आप कर रहे हैं।
वो क्या कह रहे हैं?
पार्टीज, हारी हुई पार्टीज, हारे हुए लोग, वो तो इस तरह की बातें करेंगे।
अरे भाई, हारे हुए लोग करके वो सच बोल रहे हैं तो आप बात सुन। लोग रास्ते पे क्यों हैं? पाकिस्तान ऑक्यूपाइड कश्मीर के रास्तों पर लोग क्यों निकल आए हैं? गुस्सा क्यों है? क्यों पूछ रहे हैं? आज सड़क में आ गए आज पाकिस्तान में।
मुझे दिखाएं, अभी दिखाएं ना, लोगों को फुटेज दिखाएं ना,
फुटेज दिखाएं,
तरफ से जितना बड़ा आप
फुटेज दिखाएं,
जितना जाली तौर पे
फुटेज दिखाएं,
जितना जाली तौर पे बड़ा कर सकते हैं
आप आज देखिए, लोग निकले। देखिए प्रोफेसर जी, अभी दूसरी तरफ से देखिए, आप और मैं अगर इस तरह से गुफ्तगू करते रहेंगे, दूसरे पैनलिस्ट कुछ बोल नहीं पाएंगे। इसलिए आपको सिर्फ मैं एक बात कहूंगा प्रोफेसर साजिद मीर, आप आज एक भारतीय टेलीविजन चैनल पर अपने ही लोगों को झूठा बोल रहे हैं। आप आज एक भारतीय टेलीविजन चैनल पर अपने ही लोगों को कह रहे हैं कि वो झूठे हैं, that they are liars।
लोग हैं वो
आप, अरे भाई
कौन से लोग हैं?
अरे आपके लीडर हैं, आपके लीडर हैं, आपके लोग हैं, वो सब आप सब झूठे हैं।
कौन से लोगों को?
अच्छा, मारूफ राजा कुछ कहना चाहते हैं? तारिक फतह, डिबेट इज ओपन, द डिबेट इज ओपन। मारूफ राजा इज रिस्पोंडिंग टू द चेयरपर्सन ऑफ द स्टैंडिंग कमिटी ऑन कश्मीर अफेयर्स इन गिलगिट-बाल्टिस्तान। मारूफ राजा कुछ कहना चाहते हैं आपको? या मारूफ, द डिबेट इज ओपन, द डिबेट इज ओपन नाउ।
Arnab, I would request the Pakistani panelist, rather heated up though he is, just to give me 2 minutes. What has happened in the case of Pakistan, that while professing and pretending to be a quasi-democracy, Pakistan has been ruling the so-called Azad Kashmir, which we call PoK, with a very firm autocratic hand. Let me pose a few questions to them. Isn't it true that General Yahya Khan, by the 1970 Azad Kashmir Act, which later became the interim constitution in 1974, ensured with the time of Zulfikar Bhutto that all control for Azad Kashmir is with Islamabad, and it was wrested away from the people of Azad
Absolutely
Kashmir.
Right.
And this is how the Ministry of Kashmir Affairs, which has been in place since 1949, controls the entire leadership of that region. The second point, in 2006, more than 50 JKLF candidates were disqualified from contesting the elections because they did not give a commitment that Azad Kashmir will only be a part of Pakistan. It will not have the independence option. And though Pakistan does all the chest beating for the UN resolution and the right of self-determination,
That's right.
they deny the right of self-determination to the people of Azad Kashmir. And this is a clear act, most recently, of them again denying them when anything expressed by the people of Azad Kashmir, ironically.
I see your hand go up, Barrister. I'll come to you.
The debate on Kashmir, when they first contested the Maharaja's hold on J&K. And the last point I want to give, which is that since the time of Zulfikar Bhutto, in 1974 onwards, other political parties were asked to interfere in the politics of Azad Kashmir, and the autonomy of Azad Kashmir has since then been completely taken away. So the only free and fair election on record was in 1970. Whatever the assertions by Pakistani panelists, I'm sorry, the records that are available and the well-researched books that are available on the subject completely contest their position, and I'm not willing to buy it. So before pointing fingers at India,
Professor, Barrister Zahid Saeed,
mirror, look at your own self and see what a right royal mess you have made of Pakistan occupied Kashmir. You deny them human rights, you deny them the right to vote, you deny them the right to govern yourself, and you deny them self-respect. And then you tell us what we should do. How sad. At least we give them the right to speak up. We give them the right to throw stones at us. We give them the right to challenge the Indian Union. Do you give them that right? It is an act of treason as per your constitution.
Do you imagine that you can hide all what you are doing?
Sir, मुझे लेक्चर मत दीजिए कश्मीर के बारे में. पहले अपने घर को सुधारिए. First sort out your own home. You are in a pathetic state out there. The fires are burning. And let me tell you, sir, we are going to exploit it. We are going to exploit it, Mewai Sahab. We are going to exploit it. We will make you burn in your own fire.
Beating and
this is much. Don't lecture us on human rights. Your record is much worse than ours.
I request hands are raised on the debate. Many hands are raised on the debate now. Many hands are raised on the debate.
Balochistan, Sindh, Frontier Province, सब जगह आग लगेगी और आप लोग उसके जिम्मेवार हैं.
Kashmir was never given to the central government.
Professor Sajid Mir,
with
Professor
Kashmiri people.
Professor Sajid Mir, Professor Sajid Mir. Now I'd like to get the other panelists.
Who gets elected in Azad.
I think the debate tonight is. I think the debate tonight is about the situation in Pakistan occupied Kashmir.
Don't lie on an open channel.
And Maroof, you see,
I want you let one person speak. It doesn't matter Arnab, who gets elected in Muzaffarabad.
Yeah, Tarek Fatah, before you come in.
Because the Prime Minister, the so-called Prime Minister of Azad Kashmir, reports to the Home Secretary of the government of Pakistan.
Yeah.
The elected Prime Minister is subordinate to a civil servant.
Absolutely.
And how can anyone in Pakistan come up and face a television camera and lie with such propensity? I mean, I do think the rest of us are fools over here.
If you say that the control of Azad Kashmir is with the Pakistan central government, I will say that the control of Indian-held Kashmir is with the Indian forces.
No, it's not.
That's besides the point.
No, it's not.
We're not talking about
You're
that.
factually incorrect. You're factually incorrect.
Sorry, sir.
You're factually incorrect. I will not. No.
We have an elected government there, and it is elected by the people. I'm sorry. You have a joint secretary in the Ministry of Kashmir Affairs who doles out a small amount every now and then to keep the political leaders in Azad Kashmir happy. And they're made to sit for hours and are humiliated in front of his office before they're given small packets of money to go back. क्या बात कर रहे हैं सर? It is recorded evidence.
भिखारी हैं सब ये.
आप सोचें कि क्या बात कर रहे हैं?
जो पैसा दे दे, ये उसको वोट दे देते.
बुनियाद बातें दिल में जहर भरा हुआ है.
क्या बेबुनियाद बात है? क्या बेबुनियाद बात है?
पाकिस्तान के खिलाफ, पाकिस्तान
आपने कैंसर फैलाया पूरी दुनिया में. कराची आपसे संभलता नहीं है, कश्मीर लेने जा रहे हैं.
अच्छा सर, मेरे को एक सवाल का जवाब दीजिए. Give me, sir, Arnab, I want to ask him a question. Arnab, I want to ask him one question, and this will expose his hollowness. Tell me, sir, tell me, any Pakistani on the panel, tell me, will you give the Azad Kashmiris the option of independence? Will you allow them to go by the UN resolution to re-seek the right of self-determination?
Answer tonight.
Because your constitution says the only right of self-determination is for all of them to join Pakistan.
They won't.
Answer my question.
Vice Marshal Abid Rao,
I need to keep quiet and listen.
क्या किया उन्होंने?
Yeah, Vice Marshal Abid.
Arnab, I am really impressed by the concern shown by the Indians on the poor state of Kashmiris on our side.
We want to discuss
we
the
are
situation in
similarly
Pakistan,
concerned about
occupied
the
Kashmir. Because
You
I
are
want
talking
to
about
ask you,
rigged elections.
I want to ask you,
Even
Vice
if I
Marshal Abid
believe-
Rao. Abid
even
Rao,
if
my
I tell
question
that
to
you are
you is,
correct,
my
the
question to
elections
you,
are- please listen to
my
me now.
question to you, is Bilawal
Please listen to
Bhutto
me.
lying? Is Bilawal Bhutto lying?
No.
Is
Let me
Sultan
conclude.
Mahmood
Even
Chaudhary
if you are
lying?
saying 100%, let us start with
Pardon
that.
me?
But is rigged election better
Only
or
the ruling
pellet guns?
party doesn't
Rape of
lie in
100,000
Pakistan.
women,
Pardon-
150,000 houses burned,
Vice
so
Marshal
many
Abid Rao.
Kashmiris displaced.
Vice
These
Marshal
guys, you are
Abid
so
Rao.
much concerned about
Vice
the
Marshal
Kashmiris
Abid Rao.
in Pakistan.
Vice Marshal Abid Rao, now
Let's
listen
leave
to me.
both sides
Will the
Kashmiris,
Pakistani
let them have a
government,
referendum,
will
let
the
them have a
Pakistani
privacy.
government,
What are you talking about human
do
rights?
you have the
You
ability
don't
today?
talk about
Do you have the
Balochistan.
ability
It is part of
today?
our country.
Do you have the
Kashmir
ability
is
today
ours.
to look Tarek Fatah in the eye today? Do you have the ability to look Tarek
My
Fatah in the eye today
complaint with government of
tell
Pakistan
Tarek
is
Fatah
they haven't put a price
and
tag on
Vice Marshal
Kashmir.
Abid Rao, listen to
It
my
will
question
not
and
get
then take them on.
by
There are
just
two
moral
people on
and
the program
diplomatic
today,
support.
both of
Pakistan
whom
government should put a
are
tag
exiled
that we
from
are
their
ready
own
to pay
country
this price,
because of the
even if
massacres
he has to go
and
to war
all
with India.
the
I
humiliations
personally
that have
think
been wreaked on the
Kashmir
people of
will only be
Baloch
resolved
by the
by
government of
war,
Pakistan,
and
the army
India
in
and
Pakistan and
both
the
have to
ISI
pay a
in
price for
Pakistan.
that.
I want to
Don't
ask you
shake your
today,
head.
people are watching.
It will happen if
People
you
are watching.
don't
People
settle
are
it
watching,
in the
sir.
decent
People are
way.
watching, sir.
If
Now
you
hear
don't
me.
settle it
People
in
are
the
watching. People are
proposed
watching.
way
People are
by
watching.
Prime Minister Nehru
People are watching. Now,
you people talk
Mr.
of
Mir.
human rights.
Mr.
You look
Mir.
at the mirror yourself. Look what you did to the Sikhs, Khalistan movement.
Abid Rao.
ये उल्टा चोर कोतवाल को डांटे
Kashmiri
When
movement.
you allow the
now
UN
gain
resolution-
momentum.
there are
Pakistan
two
will play
people.
the cards in an intelligent
Abid Rao,
and
minute.
we will tell you
Abid
that
Rao,
Kashmir
minute.
will win
Abid Rao,
freedom.
minute. Abid Rao, minute. Calm down. Just calm down. There are two people on the program, Abid Rao. One person's name is Ahmar Mustikhan. Let's have him on the left.
Thank you.
The other person's name is Tarek Fatah. As far as I know, they love their people. Wherever they are, they fight for the rights of the people of Balochistan. Right? They are defenders of the human rights of the people of Balochistan.
Tell them to come to Quetta and fight.
Well, one
Sitting
second.
in New
They will
York or
respond to
Delhi,
you. Please don't
they
throw
look
bile
like,
at them.
Buffoons.
Let them respond to you. I will not answer on their behalf. I will not answer on their behalf. I will let the
them
people of
put a
India
question.
watch this.
The program is on Kashmir.
Okay, now 1 second,
And
please.
You talk of
Sir,
Kashmir.
minute, let
Let's
me
talk of
complete. Let
Kashmir.
me moderate this, please.
Rigged elections
Sir,
versus
21,000 people. 21,000 people. Be 21. Sir, 1 minute, sir. If I may please, sir. Sir, please listen to me. Now listen to me, Vice Marshal Abid Rao.
India does not have rights talking
21,000
about human
people.
rights.
21,000 people went missing from Balochistan. 6,000.
No, they are not gone missing. This is Indian propaganda.
6,000.
Absolutely Indian propaganda.
6,000
Really?
mutilated bodies. 6,000 mutilated
दिखा भी नहीं
bodies.
देते।
How many in Kashmir?
6,000.
How many in Khalistan?
6,000. I am requesting you.
Khalistan.
I am
How many
requesting
in
you,
Tamil
and
Nadu?
I'll tell you where the
What
debate
you
will
did
be
to
now.
the Sri
Ahmar
Lankans.
Mustikhan on the left, Tarek
They had
Fatah in
to
the middle,
beat you up
and
and
let
throw you out of
Vice
Sri
Marshal
Lanka.
Abid Rao and any of the Pakistani panelists come in the middle, please. And I'm asking you today. You say that what I present are
These are
lies.
wrong
Thank you very
figures.
much.
You
Abid
are
Rao.
Thank you
spreading
very
all
much.
violence in Karachi through
Abid
wrong
Rao.
acts.
Abid Rao, Ahmar Mustikhan is responding to you.
To my
Ahmar Mustikhan.
namaskar to my brothers and sisters in India. Namaskar. I am really grateful. I have this opportunity to say a few words. The state of Pakistan itself was fixed. The state was fixed by the British. Most of the things that happen there even today are fixed. I am anguished that Pakistan is calling that Kashmir banega greater Punjab. Why is Pakistan saying Kashmir banega greater Punjab? I mean, when they say Kashmir banega Pakistan, they actually means Kashmir banega greater Punjab. Kashmir, Azad Kashmir that
There is
they
no
call
such slogan here.
is Azad
Don't
in
coin
the
these
sense,
slogans sitting in India.
that it is Azad of hospitals, it is Azad of universities. This is a military area. These
least our
people
women
that
are
have been
safe.
influxed
At least
out
houses are not
outside of
gutted.
Kashmir.
Let Ahmar speak, sir.
And these people
He is
in
talking
Islamabad and especially in the Rawalpindi military GHQ have no sense of mine and thine. And when they don't have a sense of mine and thine, how can they have sense of right and wrong? They had observed 2 days, one day a black day, and the second day a day of solidarity with a person who was a member of the Hizbul Mujahideen, an organization that has been declared terrorist by the United States government and the government of Canada. And they were observing strikes for that guy. And they come into Balochistan, they kill our most popular leaders who are like our fathers, Nawab Akbar Khan Bukti.
Absolutely.
Baloch,
Do you know why did he die?
My friends,
Let him speak.
For freedom.
Just
he was bargaining for money.
These
He is quoting wrong
have
things.
no idea.
I must tell them. Their
have all the
their
ideas.
game is going to be
Do
finished.
you think Akbar Bukti was a Pakistani Punjabi
game is about
that he was
to be
asking for
finished.
money?
These guys' games is going to be finished, I assure the world. We had a hearing at the Congress of 2 subcommittees, not one. And there a senior
You
American
come to Quetta and
diplomat,
protest against Bukti's
Zalmay
murder.
Khalilzad.
And you will...
Zalmay Khalilzad demanded sanctions against Pakistan. The sanctions are coming. The sanctions are coming. And then we will ask them how they will play their games. I am extremely embarrassed by the civilian leaders of Pakistan. The civilian leaders of Pakistan, look at Nawaz Sharif. He goes into Kashmir and he demands independence of Kashmir. What is this nonsense? You have any concept of having a good neighborly relations with your neighbors? With this Punjab thinks Kashmir is there, this Punjab thinks Afghanistan is there, this Punjab thinks Balochistan
Punjab is not
is there.
talking about Kashmir. Don't raise wrong
Sir, these
slogans
questions
on
today.
Indian channel.
Sir, listen. 510 fatalities, people killed from political violence in Balochistan.
Marshal Abid Rao.
A rigged election. Maroof, one second. Maroof, one second. A rigged election in Pakistan occupied Kashmir.
I am not contesting or giving you any
a
figure.
rigged election in
But what I'm
Pakistan
saying,
occupied Kashmir.
rigged elections in Kashmir.
Air Marshal
What
Rao.
you are doing in Indian held Kashmir.
Air Marshal Rao.
Rape and burning of the houses and killing all people
Air
in the
Marshal
name
Rao.
of terrorism.
Air Marshal Rao. 300,000 Shias. One second, Maroof. 300,000 Shias, Zikris, and Hindus, and Tarek Fatah will confirm if I'm right or wrong, have fled Balochistan. This is the plight of people under Pakistani occupation. I say free Kashmir. Free Kashmir from your clutches.
Incorrect.
Hand over PoK.
Incorrect.
Or answer me tonight. Or answer me tonight.
Who are these people? I don't
How
even
many
know
people
them.
will you crush? Will you crush
no
Tarek
freedom fighters sitting
Fatah?
there.
Will you crush Ahmar Mustikhan?
It doesn't matter who
How
I
do they
am.
represent people of
And
Balochistan?
Barrister Zahid,
you are a corrupt military
Barrister
officer.
Zahid
How do you
Saeed raises his
represent
hand.
people of
Let Barrister
Balochistan?
Zahid Saeed come to the debate, please. Barrister Zahid Saeed. Barrister, you want some more facts?
Look,
Should I say share some more facts?
ask the Air Marshal one question.
Barrister.
Let us stick to your subject.
One question.
Let us stick to your subject.
My subject is the situation in PoK.
Your subject
Pakistan
is
occupied Kashmir.
The elections in Azad Kashmir were rigged.
Arnab,
Now let me tell you why they were not rigged. There's a reason.
Seshadri Chari on there. Seshadri.
There were 41
Arnab, I think-
seats.
I think we take stock of the situation in the first place.
41 seats.
I think we are
There were
wasting
10
time with these
candidates
Pakistani guests who
per
will not
seat.
see reason at all. Most
And
importantly,
the
Arnab,
PML
the Pakistani
did a
guests
lot
will
of
have to tell us some
propaganda,
truth
did
today.
a lot of work.
The fact
Barrister,
is,
Barrister,
none of the
question coming to you.
citizens-
Barrister
none
Zahid
of the
Saeed.
citizens-
Barrister,
A lot of
Barrister, 1 minute. Seshadri Chari, 1 minute.
None of the
Barrister,
people-
listen. Barrister, 1 minute. Barrister, 1 minute. This is Arnab here. Barrister Zahid Saeed, just wait a minute. Wait a minute.
Let me finish.
Wait, don't speak over each other.
Arnab,
Seshadri Chari, 1 minute.
the fact
Seshadri
is-
Chari, just wait a minute. Just wait a minute.
Arnab,
Mr. Chari, wait a minute. Barrister, wait a minute. Let me say this. Let's structure structure this debate. There are two panelists. 1 minute, Barrister. There are two panelists in Islamabad who have not spoken. Dr. Shabana Fayyaz and Zahid Saeed. I want them to speak. Now there are some questions being put on the subject at hand, which is the rigged election in Pakistan occupied Kashmir. Let the questions be put to you. Seshadri Chari is convener of the Foreign Affairs Cell of the ruling party in India. He has a right. He wants to put some points to you. You respond to him. Let's not speak over each other. But will you agree if he wants to make a point, you let him make a point, you make your counterpoint after that. Right? Okay. Seshadri Chari, make your point. Make your point and then either Shabana Fayyaz or Zahid Saeed can respond. Seshadri Chari, make your point.
I must make my point first. I would request
the Pakistani guest. I would request the Pakistani guest to ponder over some of the issues. As Pakistan's former representative Haqqani, Ambassador Haqqani, who represented Pakistan in the United States, has himself confirmed to one of the debates in Washington on Pakistan, saying that people of Gilgit-Baltistan do not have a right to vote even in the Pakistan general election.
What a shame.
These assemblies cannot represent themselves in the Pakistani parliament. Moreover, the PoK committee, which handles all the issues regarding these areas, categorically has superimposed certain powers wherein they can dismiss the Prime Minister of these areas, they can dismiss the assembly of PoK, they can dismiss the assembly of Gilgit-Baltistan, and they can call for election anytime. And they can dismiss these people without giving any reason summarily. Some of these areas which produce electricity do not have right to consume the electricity that is produced in their own area, and the protests which have taken place is because of that. And every candidate who contests the election, it is mandatory for the candidates to give in writing that they agree that this whole area is part and parcel of Pakistan, whereas Pakistan Supreme Court itself turned down one of the reports, one of the judgment given by the High Court, saying that constitutionally these areas do not belong to Pakistan. This is the verdict given by the Pakistan Supreme Court itself. They should read it. No map in the world, no atlas in the world ever shows these areas as part of Pakistan. Pakistan has no moral right, they have no legal right, they have no political right in all these areas, and yet they have been conducting sham election after sham election and foisting their own Islamabad government in these areas. It is a shame. The only thing that Islamabad has given to this area is the headquarters of LET, Lashkar-e-Taiba headquarters is there. And don't forget, they have got 43 terrorist training camps, and Abdul and Qasab was one of the terrorists trained in this area. Only thing that they have given to this area is a terrorist training camp and nothing else. No economic development, absolutely nothing. But
tell me,
so it is a sham election.
Zahid Saeed, tell me today.
Sad election.
Tell me, Zahid Saeed, today, why you don't be in denial. You see your own newspapers.
Then I will answer your question.
May I read?
I am concentrating.
May I read?
Please keep quiet.
May I read from a...
Please keep quiet for a while.
You want to respond to him?
Your say.
You want to respond to Seshadri Chari?
Look,
you want to respond to him? Go ahead.
I will respond to that.
Go ahead.
That's very easy. That's very easy. The United Nations has not recognized the accession to India, and therefore the locus standi of India in Kashmir and Pakistan is exactly the same.
Absolutely not. Absolutely not.
No.
Absolutely not. Absolutely not.
Yes.
Kashmiris, absolutely not. Kashmiris have willingly participated in the Indian democratic system, rejecting you and your efforts of pushing your proxies to act in India. Absolutely wrong. Let's debate Kashmir.
You're wrong.
Don't.
Seshadri Chari is debating him. Seshadri Chari.
You read.
Seshadri Chari.
The judgment of your own Supreme Court.
Let me answer.
Ambassador. Your own Supreme Court.
Ambassador.
And India accepted that. India accepted that. Why don't you keep...
Ambassador, then why did your 1970 Azad Kashmir Act? Ambassador, why did your 1970 Azad Kashmir Act almost say in as many words that Azad Kashmir is a province of Pakistan. You are on one side holding on to the UN resolution as a biblical quote. On the other side, you are dismissing it by your own 1970 Act and then your 1974 interim constitution for these guys, in which you made an interim council of Azad Kashmir, of which the Prime Minister is the head, and the managing authority is a motley joint secretary in Islamabad who hands out doles to these guys from time to time. And the point Air Marshal Abid was
speaking,
and
about
Indian government is
Punjab
not letting any relief for them.
I want to ask the Air Marshal, isn't Pakistan's army 74% Punjabi? Isn't Pakistan's land 60% Punjabi?
It is. You are telling me a fact that I know better than you.
Given away.
How does it matter? Is your army divided on regional lines, ethnic lines, sectarian lines?
To hold on to every part of the country that you have illegally
armies in the world.
You must remember the historical context. As it is said at Dr. Shabana Fayyaz, I want you to come in now. Let's get everyone in.
Arnab, on a serious note,
sir, as it is said, those who deny,
let's be kind to the
or
Kashmiris
don't
on both
learn the
sides.
lessons of history,
Otherwise we'll keep
are
blaming each
forced
other.
Listen, you know this, that those who don't learn the lessons of history are condemned to repeat it. Now, I am telling you with all seriousness, sir, remember what you did. 1 second. Dr. Shabana Fayyaz wants to respond. Let her. Dr. Shabana Fayyaz, 3 million people in Bangladesh were massacred by your army. They rebelled against you.
That is again Indian propaganda.
They rose against you.
It is not true.
Hundreds of thousands of women from what unfortunately used to be East Pakistan
was wrong.
liberated themselves to Bangladesh.
You are still doing it in
Hundreds of
Kashmir.
thousands of women were raped.
Indian army is doing it
Hundreds
in
of thousands of women were raped. 3 million people were massacred. The people rose, and they rose against you, and they threw you out. In Balochistan today there is a revolt.
In India,
in Gilgit-Baltistan there is a revolt, and people are out on the streets of Pakistan-occupied Kashmir.
But
do you not learn, Shabana Fayyaz, do you not learn? Do you not learn the lessons of history? Do you not learn the lessons of history, Shabana Fayyaz?
बहुत से इशू मिक्स अप कर दिए हैं.
कौन से इशू?
आज़ाद कश्मीर की बात हो रही है, आप उसे इंडियन जो आपके पार्ट कश्मीर का सो कॉल्ड है उससे मिक्स कर रहे हैं, बलूचिस्तान से मिक्स कर रहे हैं, और ओवरऑल
हम सिर्फ बलूचिस्तान से मिक्स कर रहे हैं,
पॉलिसी मिक्स कर रहे हैं. हमें फैक्ट्स को देखना है. हमें सिर्फ ये एज एनालिस्ट हमारा ये काम नहीं है कि कौन सही है या कौन गलत है या किसी की हमने पार्टी बनना है. हमारा काम ये है कि पब्लिक के इंटरेस्ट में, इंटरनेशनल कम्युनिटी, इंटरनेशनल ह्यूमन राइट्स के इंटरेस्ट में क्या चीज़ है. आज़ाद कश्मीर में या जो कि जम्मू कश्मीर में रीसेंट इलेक्शंस हुए हैं, मैंने भी मैसिव प्रोटेस्ट की डिबेट्स देखी हैं, लेकिन इनको आउट ऑफ प्रोपोर्शन ब्लो आउट किया जा रहा है. और मेरे नजदीक
देखिए एक सवाल पूछना चाहूंगा आपको,
बताती हूँ
डॉक्टर फयाज,
एनालिस्ट, ये मैं आपको बताती हूँ कि जब एक प्रोटेस्ट होता है उसका लाजमी नहीं होता कि वो पाकिस्तान से अलहदगी चाहते हैं. उसका मतलब ये होता है कि वो फ्रस्ट्रेटेड है, जो कि पुरानी गवर्नेंस से जो आपस के इख्तलाफात हैं उन्हें खत्म करना चाहते हैं. वो एक राइट गवर्नेंस मॉडल चाहते हैं.
आप क्या कह रहे हैं?
इस तरह का आपस में लड़ाई हो गई कि ईदी के पैसे लड़ रहे हैं. क्या बात कर रही हैं आप?
नहीं, तारिक फतेह बोलो.
बहुत कॉम्प्लिकेटेड है.
कैसे एनालिस्ट हैं आप? बैठे आपके सामने खून खराबा हो रहा है, आप कह रहे हैं कि ये आपस में
उसके पीछे ये
पंजाब पाकिस्तान का लुटेरा है.
पॉलिटिकल
आप कॉलोनी आपने बनाई भी है. पाकिस्तान जो मुल्क था उसका नाम बदल गया है मैडम,
और उधर
पाकिस्तान का नाम बांग्लादेश है.
बंदे भी मरते हैं, तो ये कोई नई बात नहीं है कि प्री इलेक्शन या पोस्ट.
अच्छा, बंदे सब मरते ही हैं
आपस में.
हाँ, बलोच मरते हैं, बंगाली मरते हैं, पंजाबी नहीं मरते.
क्या एज अ रिस्पॉन्सिबल सिटीजन जो हमें करना है वो ये देखना है
आप रिस्पॉन्सिबल नहीं है, माफ कीजिएगा.
और इस रीजन के
यू आर रिप्रेजेंटिंग the Pakistan Army, the ISI point of view, Dr. Sahiba.
अगर एक प्रोग्राम आप सिर्फ तनकीद के लिए कर रहे हैं कि दूसरे मुल्क में क्या नेगेटिव है, तो मेरे नजदीक उसका कोई फायदा नहीं है।
अच्छा देखिए डॉक्टर फयाज देखिए आपने डॉक्टर फयाज मैं अर्नब बोल रहा हूँ, मेरी बात सुनिए 2 मिनट, दो लफ्ज कह दूं आपको। आपने
पॉइंट हियर,
बिल्कुल पॉइंट रेज कीजिए। एक सवाल पूछूंगा सर, एक सवाल, वन पॉइंट
प्लीज लेट देम आंसर।
अच्छा
One
ओके।
of the candidate, Aftab Ahmed, was not allowed to contest. Saif Ali, another Shia candidate, is missing even today. 12 candidates' nominations were rejected only because all these people refused to give in writing that this area is part and parcel of Jammu and Kashmir, of Islamabad. They refused. They said we do not accept the sovereignty of Pakistan over these areas.
No.
This is at the most a disputed area and we will contest as independence. They were not allowed to contest. Why was it?
No.
The protest is
I want Sushant also to come in.
The protest is also because of all these
Sushant, I want Sushant to come in. I want Sushant to come in. Dr Fayyaz, Sushant Sareen है। डॉक्टर फयाज देखिए, डॉक्टर फयाज आपने काफी कुछ एनालिसिस के बारे में बोला। नहीं डॉक्टर फयाज, डॉक्टर शबाना फयाज, दो लफ्ज कह दूं मैं, आप मेरी बात सुनिए। मैं 2 शब्द कह रहा हूं, मेरी बात सुनिए डॉक्टर फयाज। ये आपने एनालिसिस की बात कही, आपने कहा ऑब्जेक्टिव एनालिसिस करनी चाहिए, आउट ऑफ प्रोपोर्शन नहीं उठाना चाहिए वगैरह वगैरह। ये विवेकानंदा इंटरनेशनल फाउंडेशन है, थिंक टैंक, इसके सीनियर फेलो है सुशांत सरीन, बहुत नामी एनालिस्ट हैं। ये भी कुछ कहना चाहेंगे। उनके कहने के पहले सिर्फ मैं एक अपनी तरफ से एक एनालिसिस कर देता हूं आपको। भाई ये बहुत कमाल का इलेक्शन आप लोगों ने किया है, कमाल का इलेक्शन है ये मैं क्यों कहता हूं, क्योंकि ये सारे दुनिया का पहला इलेक्शन है जहां 200% वोटिंग होती है, 20% नहीं, 40% नहीं, 60% नहीं। आप सिंध में जाए, आप तो एक्सपर्ट है, नौशेरो फिरोज करके, वहां पे 491 वोटर्स आर देयर बट 982 वोट्स आर कास्ट। 200% वोटिंग होती है आपकी। और आप बलूचिस्तान के बारे में बोल रहे हैं, तारिक फतेह भी आपको कहेंगे, किला अब्दुल्ला कंस्टिट्यूएंसी है बलूचिस्तान का, ठीक है, वहां पे 180% वोटिंग होती है। वहां पे अगर 315 वोटर हैं तो 600 वोट लगते हैं। इस तरह की वोटिंग होती है। आपने तो कमाल का इलेक्शन करके रखा है। और आप कैसे पूछते हैं जम्मू और कश्मीर के बारे में कि क्या हो रहा है भारत में? आपकी सोच क्या है? आप कैसे सोचते हैं कि भारत के डेमोक्रेसी के बारे में आप सवाल पूछते हैं? आपने तमाशा करके रखा है वहां पे डेमोक्रेसी के नाम पर। सुशांत सरीन सवाल पूछेंगे आपको। सुशांत सरीन,
यहाँ पे भी
सुशांत सरीन
वोट्स होते हैं।
अर्नब, I want to make a couple of points.
डबल फेस
पूरे हैं।
Arnab, I'll just make a couple of points because I've heard everybody in a lot of patience. Look, number one, I think I must join issue with Air Marshal Abid Rao when he says that Akbar Bukti was not killed because he was a freedom fighter. He was killed because he was asking for more money. So you kill people because they ask for more money. Number one. Number two, he keeps talking about missing people and he questions the figures which you give 21,000. Now let me tell you how this works. The Pakistanis have formed a committee for enforcement of disappeared people. It is headed by a former Supreme Court judge. That judge's name is Javed Iqbal. Now let me give you his background. Why Javed Iqbal always comes up with figures of 800, 900 missing, or as though that is all right and 21,000 is not acceptable. Something similar which you hear that no, we didn't kill 3 million Bangladeshis.
Oh dear.
No, I am not saying that at all.
But let us come back to Javed Iqbal. Now, Javed Iqbal, sitting in court, when he was asked about certain tough questions were asked about the intelligence agencies, he said that, listen, last time we passed a judgment against the intelligence agencies, all the entire judiciary had to go home. So please don't ask me tough questions. I am not going to give any judgment against the intelligence agencies. Now, this man has been appointed as the chairman to investigate disappearances in Balochistan. Number three, he talk about the media. Can you hide what is happening in AJK? I say yes, you can. Please ask these gentlemen how many newspapers are published from what is called, euphemistically called Azad Jammu and Kashmir. Is it neither Azad nor Kashmir? But that's a different story. Please ask them how many newspapers are published from there. Please ask them who sits in the newsroom in those newspapers. And please ask them to compare how many newspapers are published from Jammu and Kashmir of India. Nobody less than Hamid Haroon, the publisher of Dawn, a number of years back said that we cannot publish a single story, investigative story about Balochistan. The moment he tried to do it, they clamped down on all advertising. They practically shut down his paper. Now let's come back to what has happened in PoK. Just on the eve of election, the central government, incidentally, it's not even the Home Secretary of the government of Pakistan, it's a Deputy Secretary or a Joint Secretary level officer who orders the so-called elected Prime Minister and President of PoK. Now, just on the eve of election, the Inspector General of Police was changed. The Prime Minister kept cribbing about it, the so-called Prime Minister. He kept cribbing about it. Nobody listened to him. The entire election commission of Jammu and PoK was rigged. They had their own election commission. The man was completely compromised. Now look at the way they have rigged the election. And it's systemic, the rigging of election. There are 41 elected seats, 29 in PoK, 12 in Pakistan.
No,
those 12.
The point is, if we come down to the core of the issue, if we come down at the
Sharif wants to prove to the rest of the world that he still retains his popularity.
Sushant, see.
That is the reason why he rigged the election completely. Then they talk about freedom of expression and democratic rights.
Sushant,
so that's rather coming from the Pakistan.
Sushant, I want Tarek Fatah to come back to the debate. One second. Air Marshal.
What did you do to them?
Air Marshal, see, Air Marshal. And don't take it personally, please.
Yes, sir.
Barrister Zahid Saeed, you also don't take it personally. I'm just saying that what has happened in Pakistan occupied Kashmir proves that you have no right to talk about Kashmir, period. And Barrister, this is not to you and even to the lady Dr Shabana Fayyaz, this is not aimed at you, but I'm about to say something, don't mind. You are manipulators, you are riggers, you are fraudsters who have no basis to question the democracy of others when you have none of your own. Your country carries out a fraud, a rigging and a manipulation. Therefore, you are manipulators, riggers and fraudsters who have no basis to question the democracy of others when you have none of your own. You talk about the right of self-determination of Kashmiris to the world. You say nothing when you are subverting elections in Pakistan occupied Kashmir. In fact, I can tell you, Barrister Zahid Saeed, 1-to-1 you can't take on Tarek Fatah if he tells you about what you have done to the people of Balochistan. You can't, and that's why you raise your voice. That's why you raise your voice. That's why. No, 1 second. No, 1 minute. No, 1 minute. 1 minute. 1 minute. 1 minute. You revealed your intentions. You revealed your intentions or debate tonight with Tarek Fatah about what you do in Balochistan. You don't want us to talk about Gilgit-Baltistan. You mentioned that Shabana Fayyaz. You are changing the demographics. You are throwing the locals out of Gilgit-Baltistan.
On your side and on our side, are you willing?
Have an open debate today.
Get freedom.
Have a debate with Tarek Fatah. Let a debate happen on what's happening in Balochistan.
Arnab, you are blowing things out of proportion.
I am not blowing things out of proportion.
Where it is.
Shabana Fayyaz, you have a massacre on your hands.
They don't even know
Shabana Fayyaz.
cities in Balochistan.
Okay, Shabana Fayyaz. Fine. Shabana Fayyaz, let him debate. Shabana Fayyaz, आप डिबेट करिए. आप डिबेट करिए तारिक फतेह से बलूचिस्तान के हालात पर.
देखिए शबाना भी मेरी बात सुनिए. In your Azad Kashmir, there's a strategic decision made that no matter what the election is, it has to be from the party that is elected in Islamabad.
To you and you call
if it was a People's Party government, you would have a PPP government in Muzaffarabad. There isn't a need for elections. Why do you go through this fraud and then convince yourself
the fraud
that
of an election?
This is a strategic decision the government of Pakistan took, and the government of Pakistan, by the way, is in the GHQ in Appara and in Rawalpindi, not the Prime Minister's house. Unfortunately, we are dealing with two Sharifs. The real Sharif is the general, and the other one is simply there to extract money, send it
whenever
to
an Indian panelist
and
runs out of argument,
your general
through ISI, he comes to the Pakistan army. I am glad about it. I am very happy.
1 second. In March 2016.
Baba.
On March 2016.
Arnab,
1 second. On March 2016. Dunya TV, आपकी पाकिस्तान की channel है. They reported that the police in Quetta had brutally tortured the former speaker of the Balochistan Assembly. Am I correct, Ahmar Mustikhan? So brutally was he tortured. And why did he do that? On the premise that they were ordered to do so against anyone who was protesting against the proposed power plant.
The Sikhs in 1984.
So are you
Mrs. Gandhi had been
do you treat human beings like this?
What did you do
Do you treat human beings like this? Ahmar can tell you more about what happened. Ahmar is
I will like to tell you just yesterday, an editor of a very prominent Baloch magazine called Balochi Lafzak. The editor name was Wahid Baloch.
You know it, we don't know about
He was abducted by the ISI.
And he's
we
missing?
don't know where he is.
You know it, sitting in America?
He has been disappeared. Last year they did the same thing with my brother-in-law
in Pakistan, coming from Hyderabad to Karachi.
Sir,
we get to know it sitting in Delhi.
I will please tell these generals of Pakistan, have your senses now.
Yeah,
Kashmir is the cradle of Buddhist and Hindu civilization. Balochistan is the land of Baloch.
What civilization? Hindu civilization?
Yes.
What do these generals want?
What do you know? You came on a donkey from Arabia
the war
to conquer India?
They will have to face the war crimes tribunal.
Cleaning the toilets of Taimur and Babur and Mahmud Ghazni?
जैसे इंडियन पेनिट्रेशन
You ridiculous people. You think you are Arabs?
तो ये हो
ruling
सकता है
Punjab?
कि इस वजह से उनको उठाया गया हो. So you cannot reduce it to one to one or simply say कि एक बंदे को उठाया गया क्योंकि वो बलोच.
Wahid Baloch is kidnapped. He's the editor of a magazine. He's an intellectual and he's disappeared with no trace. And leave aside that, the mayor of Karachi has disappeared. He's in Karachi jail. The mayor of Karachi is kidnapped and arrested.
Nonsensical.
Well, he might be in some other rotten
doing
jail.
in Balochistan.
You are the military
and they talk about Kashmir.
The whole country is a jail.
Pushes life in.
You see,
the whole country is a jail,
what do you know
general.
about
Barrister,
Your days are numbered.
Barrister doesn't matter. Barrister, 1 second, doesn't matter where Tarek Fatah is sitting. Doesn't matter where Ahmar is sitting. They are sitting where they are sitting because you have made life in Balochistan impossible for these people.
They're not following the issue.
And what you're realizing, today is that your country is breaking up.
You will meet your fate. Your hands are bloody with the Baloch blood. Even the MQM doesn't want to stay.
हमें भी इस्लामाबाद में बैठ के बहुत अजीब स्टोरियां सुनाई देती हैं, लेकिन जब बंदा
हाँ बताइए बलोचिस्तान के 3-4 शहर का नाम बताइए.
मैं आपको दावत देती हूँ कि आप आए, मैं आपको लेके जाऊंगी बलोचिस्तान और एज अ पाकिस्तानी
आपको कोई शहर का नाम बताइए
कि क्या हो रहा है.
आप जाके शहर का नाम तो बताओ कि तुर्बत कहाँ है, मस्तूम कहाँ है.
पाकिस्तान जिंदाबाद नहीं, पाकिस्तान से जिंदाबाद.
जिंदाबाद.
कंट्री इज अ
हमारी जान छोड़े, फौज रखें पंजाब में, हमें नहीं चाहिए आपका अरबिस्तान.
This is a mockery of civilized societies.
These are people who celebrate Mahmud Ghazni.
You tell me even today Nawaz Sharif has got no powers, I tell you.
But he doesn't mind, Ahmad. He doesn't mind that he doesn't have power as long as he can loot the country.
Is lethal. You had said that Nawaz Sharif
you watch
comes here and
chased
out
and asked
by
for
the army and was not coming
What
back
is this
to
nonsense?
country. And I told you, he was genuinely, he had a problem with his heart, and he had open heart surgery.
Sir, 1 second.
I was right, or you were right.
Barrister, listen. Barrister,
And you were unnecessarily accusing him of
I wish you understood.
Pakistan has no
court.
court, let alone having a barrister.
All your predictions are wrong.
Sir, listen.
How does a barrister appear in a country that doesn't have a court? Where do you practice your law? In the kitchen?
Gentlemen.
How many Sikhs were killed in India after 1984?
Air Marshal, again I'm saying nothing personal to you, but as
Air Marshal,
you are a double-faced, hypocritical country because you do not hesitate in running to the UN and other countries.
Don't say these things.
When it comes
you
to
are double-faced.
I am questioning you on what is happening in Pakistan occupied Kashmir, and I have every right. I have every right.
You have done worse.
I have every right to ask you the question only and only because Pakistan occupied Kashmir. Air Marshal, remember always. Remember tonight too. Remember, Pakistan occupied Kashmir belongs to us. You can't fool around.
Arnab, may I just
you cannot fool around.
You can do what you are doing to the people in Srinagar.
Maroof,
you can have more Burhan Wanis.
Maroof, please.
You can have more people.
Maroof, please.
Yes, में अपनी popularity बढ़ाने
youth.
We
may have rigged elections, but we haven't done that.
You're doing genocide. You're doing genocide in Balochistan.
When you run out of argument of Balochistan, which is part of Pakistan.
और please उसे एक मजाक ना बनाए. We are not here to have an intellectual, fun fair.
We are here to have an intellectual debate.
This is our responsibility, and we should respect each other.
Madam, can I ask you a question?
Stop the genocide.
Arnab, I want to ask.
Stop the genocide.
Madam, can I ask you a question?
Yes, ma'am.
Arnab, madam, दूसरों की भी बात सुन लीजिए. May I ask the lady a question? If all those Pakistanis on the panel, madam, please hear me out. Madam, please hear me out. All those Pakistanis on the panel who are chest beating for the autonomy of the Azad Kashmiris, wasn't it true that in August 2006, the then elected Prime Minister of Azad Kashmir, Sardar Atiq, and his entire cabinet was sworn in Islamabad and not in the capital of Azad Kashmir, Muzaffarabad? फिर आप कहते हैं कि वो इस्लामाबाद नहीं कंट्रोल कर रहा है और आपने उनको ऑटोनॉमी दी? और जो बैरिस्टर जाहिद सईद साहब आपको हिंदू सिविलाइजेशन से अगर प्रॉब्लम है तो मैं आपसे ये सवाल पूछता हूँ बैरिस्टर साहब, मैडम लेट मी फिनिश माय क्वेश्चन. बैरिस्टर साहब, I want to ask the barrister and every Pakistani this question, that if you have a problem with Hindu civilization, wasn't your father or grandfather also a Hindustani? And didn't your great Allama Iqbal write सारे जहां से अच्छा हिंदुस्तान हमारा? अब क्या हो गया आप लोगों को? हिंदुस्तान से इतनी नफरत क्यों हो गई?
ये अरब है सर, सब आसमान से उतरे.
प्रॉब्लम वही होती है जब
लाहौर में हिंदू क्यों नहीं है?
You want an enemy.
आप लोग एक तरफ
मोहनजोदारो क्या वहां से आया? इराक से?
You people are simply trying to humiliate us and our national interest. I think this is what needs to be careful.
You humiliate yourself, madam, when you say that Mohenjo-daro has nothing to do with Hindu civilization.
Madam, if you're honest, and you don't conduct fraud,
because
if you're honest and you don't conduct fraud, nobody will humiliate you. We don't humiliate Sri Lanka. We don't humiliate Bangladesh.
Tell me one
we don't
humiliate Why should we
humiliate? In Khyber Pakhtoon,
you are a bunch of liars.
1 second. In Khyber Pakhtoon, someone tell me this miracle. I've heard of.
This is very
One second. Seshadri Chari.
They are not a nation at all in the first place. Where is the nation? You formed yourself on the basis of two-nation theory, which was nailed in 1971 after the Bangladesh was formed.
That finished.
Even now you are talking
that's the name of Pakistan,
and you are killing the very Kashmirians which you are trying to protect. And let me tell you, what about the communication system in these areas? The entire telecom system in what you call the Azad Kashmir, the Pak-occupied Kashmir, is controlled by a special communication organization which is part and parcel of the ISI. There is only one radio station Azad Kashmir radio station, which is totally controlled by the ISI. All that you are doing there,
and not a word of Kashmiri, not a single word of Kashmiri is permitted to be spoken in Azad Kashmir.
And remember one thing, it is not just PoK, it is not just Balochistan. Your ISI has been practicing the worst kind of terror in Sindh, what they call half fry and full fry, whether the person should be killed totally or maimed. This is what you have been doing. What Tarek Fatah said about the mayor is true. We do not know even know whether he is alive or dead.
Killing
this is the kind of situation you have created in Sindh, in Balochistan, in Gilgit, in Baltistan.
It's admitted.
And there is no nation.
It's admitted.
What is your nation? You don't have a nation. You don't have a nation. You only have
a state of mind. It's not a state.
There is no nation. Therefore, there cannot be a national interest. Terrorism is your policy. Terrorism is your state policy.
People also question.
You are not a nation.
You are exporting terrorism.
You have no idea what a nation is. You deny your ancestors and you call yourself a nation.
Dr. Fayyaz,
shame on you.
Dr. Fayyaz, you must have heard of a newspaper called The Dawn. The Dawn in 2006 said that what you are doing in Pakistan occupied Kashmir is a charade of an independent political process. Remember, that's a Pakistani newspaper.
A lot of our papers are saying about Indian Kashmir also. Why are you talking about one paper?
Let me read out a bit more. Let me. And I want to. Okay. Since you're asking me a question, and I did not want to raise my voice, but let me ask you a question today. Let me ask you a question now. Enough. Hear me, Barrister. Listen to me. Barrister Zahid Saeed को मेरा सवाल है. मैं Barrister Zahid Saeed को सवाल पूछ रहा हूँ. Barrister Zahid Saeed मेरा सवाल लीजिए.
We have come to a
सवाल ले Barrister Zahid.
Can never
मैं सवाल पूछ रहा हूँ Barrister Zahid Saeed. My question is to you, Barrister. देखिए, आप मेरे ऊपर बोलेंगे, आप सुन नहीं पाएंगे. मैं बोलूंगा, आप सुनेंगे, आप जवाब दीजिए. मैं आपसे एक सवाल पूछ रहा हूँ और आप अपने जहन से पूछ के ये हैंड ऑन हार्ट आप जवाब दीजिए. कश्मीरी जो है पाकिस्तान ऑक्यूपाइड कश्मीर में इतना जुल्म हो रहा है उन पे कि वहां पे उनको कश्मीरी बोला नहीं, दे आर नॉट अलाउड टू स्पीक कश्मीरी और प्रैक्टिस देयर ओन कल्चर. आप कश्मीरियों को नहीं सुनिए मेरी बात, फिर तारेक फतेह रिप्लाई करेंगे. दूसरी बात मेरी दूसरी बात सुनिए. आज ये जो आप कह रहे हैं, जो PMLN के जो पॉलिटिशियन वहां पे जीत कर आए इलेक्शन, आप एक पॉलिटिशियन का नाम लीजिए जो कश्मीरी बोल सकते हैं. कश्मीरी बोल नहीं सकते. कोई एक तारिक फतेह, am I right? जो एक PMLN के लीडर्स वहां पे कश्मीरी बोल नहीं पाते. इतना जुल्म करके रखा आपने वहां पे.
Politician Kashmir, so-called Azad Kashmir can speak.
जवाब दे मुझे. इतना जुल्म कर रहे हैं
genocide of a culture.
कश्मीरियों के लिए बोलेंगे. आप कश्मीरियों के लिए बोलेंगे.
फॉर्मल लैंग्वेज उर्दू.
Mr. Modi,
आजाद कश्मीरियों के ऊपर उर्दू इंपोज कर दी गई है.
Do you let people in Pakistan occupied Kashmir?
उर्दू तो
पंजाबी की जबान है.
नहीं. उर्दू देखिए कैसे चुप हो गए. देखिए कैसे चुप हो गए.
सर, ये उर्दू भी पंजाबी में बोलते हैं, इंग्लिश भी पंजाबी में बोलते हैं, ये फारसी भी पंजाबी में बोलते हैं.
Viewers, I'm saying this for all the viewers watching in Jammu and Kashmir today. For people watching in Jammu and Kashmir today, viewers please note, the Pakistani panelists, they have tortured people in Pakistan occupied Kashmir so much, they don't let people speak Kashmiri. The PMLN leaders who say we won election, they cannot speak Kashmiri. They have completely exterminated Kashmiri culture. These frauds, manipulators, these people say we speak for the rights of people in Jammu and Kashmir.
Remove your army, withdraw your army and we'll have a referendum.
This is wrong.
आप मुझे बताइए, शबाना जी मुझे बताइए. शबाना जी
के पीछे पड़े. पहले यहाँ ऑनेस्ट सिलेक्शन तो कर लीजिए. एयर मार्शल साहब, यहाँ तो पहले ऑनेस्ट सिलेक्शन हो जाने दीजिए. यही आपको करवाने की हिम्मत नहीं है. आप रेफरेंडम क्या कराएंगे?
कुछ कश्मीरी में शेर शायर सुनाइए.
ओ भाई, फिर if you are so confident,
अर्ज करिए. मैं तो पंजाबी हैं सर, मैनू कहो मैं पंजाबी गल करांगा.
By a formal act of the government, by a formal act of the government, they have made the language of the Azad Kashmir area Urdu to coincide with Islamabad's pretentious adoption of Urdu as the national language, when they actually speak Punjabi Urdu.
That language is from UP and Lucknow and Delhi.
Pakistan. But it has become...
It's not even a Pakistani language.
Hello.
Because of Aligarh.
You tell me.
Yes.
Last
this
question.
Is a fact
I am
of
being
life.
told. I am being told by our viewers. I am being told by the viewers of.
They want to join.
देखिए Abid Rao.
Kashmiris can't speak Kashmiri. Therefore, India is the right.
Abid Rao, listen. Abid Rao.
Let's be serious about it.
Abid
It's a
Rao.
very serious issue.
Abid Rao कुछ कश्मीरी में अशार वशार सुनाइए.
अरे उर्दू बोलते हैं.
अच्छा आबिद राव
कौन बोलता है?
आबिद राव देखिए इसके बाद कुछ बोलने का
ये ना सिंधी बोलते हैं ना पश्तो ना बलोची
उर्दू
कुछ भी नहीं बोलते.
Urdu displaced.
Don't change your goalpost.
Historically,
when you run out of arguments, stick to the issue.
Maroof ko Urdu
no, your goalpost was Kashmir. You're talking about.
No, I'm talking. I'm talking. I'm curious. I have a last question, and all across people.
Sir, मैं तो उर्दू भी बोल लेता हूँ. मैं तो उर्दू भी बोल लेता हूँ और मैं हिंदी और अंग्रेजी भी बोल लेता हूँ. तो मेरा एग्जाम्पल मत कोट कीजिए. And don't go by the assumption that because उर्दू आप लोगों ने अडॉप्ट की है वो आपकी लैंग्वेज है. जितने भी इम्पोर्टेंट पोएट्स थे उर्दू में, मिर्जा गालिब, मीर तकी मीर, सारे उर्दू इंडिया में बोलने वाले थे. आपने तो उर्दू वहां पे लेके उसकी मट्टी पलीत कर दी है.
सोसाइटी मल्टीलिंग्विस्टिक. इसमें पंजाबी भी है, इसमें
पाकिस्तान,
इसमें हिंदी भी है.
माफ कर दीजिए, यदि माफ कर दो.
एंड कश्मीर वैली में
सेशाद्री चारी
Please, a very clear indication.
Seshadri Chari. Last one, then closing on the debate.
Why do you insist?
Seshadri Chari.
Nothing turns on it.
Arnab, the point that the Pakistani guests have made today is they don't have a unifying factor.
People like you,
they are not a nation
with a B because
they have no history.
To the media
They have no geography. They have no history. They have no geography. They don't have one language. They have adopted a language which is not spoken in any part of Pakistan.
We are both.
The language Urdu has emerged from India,
and we should not go on that.
And the first national anthem of Pakistan was written by an Indian, and they could not tolerate that an Indian has written their national anthem. Therefore, they changed it.
Indian diplomat.
So this is the kind of attitude that
no one in Pakistan can understand.
All right. I close at this point. I only want to say, listen, once to our Pakistani panelists.
That doesn't make
listen, 1 second. Sir, I'll close with one sentence. I'm closing with one sentence. 30 seconds I heard you. 30 seconds I heard you. This is not the first time. This will not be the last time that you have rigged elections in Pakistan. This is a continuing trend. But I think today's debate has been very interesting at the turn it took at the end. Viewers remember, and especially viewers in Jammu and Kashmir, Pakistanis don't allow Kashmiris to speak their own language in Pakistan-occupied Kashmir. What can be worse than that? A country that takes away the right of people to speak their own language. अपने भाषा का प्रयोग नहीं करने देते कश्मीरियों को, वो दूसरों के बारे में क्या सोचेंगे? I thank you very much for joining me on this very important debate number 1 on the Newshour tonight. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you.